Help. Snooky, off the couch.
Help. We have 2 dogs, Sammy and Snooky, 1-year-old hound mixes. Good girl, Snooky.
They are litter mates, but they have like a love-hate relationship.
During the course of the day, from peace, we go into murder. They're just like Jersey bitches. I swear to God, they fight like bitches.
I think they're more weapons of mass destruction because I estimated between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of damage. They redirect a lot once they get wild.
I see that. Goodness me, are they sisters?
Yes.
Yeah, they're a little.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Sherry and Rob had no control over their dogs whatsoever.
Whatever they do together.
Right.
They double
Okay.
team you. If somebody comes in, both of them attack you.
Okay.
You know, everything is always together, which makes it harder.
Right.
And we can't separate them. It's really hard to separate them because one gets very anxious. Snooky almost has like a panic attack. She gets so excited. Without Sammy.
Without Sammy.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody warn you that getting sisters is not a good idea?
Never. No, never
In
did I
fact, the
know.
worst kind of fighting between dogs can happen between spayed females.
Oh. Well, I guess we
Okay.
didn't do enough research then.
No, the worst fighting.
We just assumed that since they were related that they would be okay.
There's been a lot of research that backs up the fact that maybe it's not the best idea to have 2 bitches from the same litter because when they fight, they tend to fight really, really aggressively. So what's the problem then, apart from this?
I have $10,000 to $15,000 worth of damage to my house. If you look at my yard, you look at the couches, you look at the rug that's gone, the rug that's tore up here, there's damage everywhere. Who lives like this? Problem is, if I'm home, now I'm a prisoner here, I can't do anything when I'm off. Someone always has to be here with the dogs, or we have to, you know, crate them upstairs in the room, and who knows what's gonna happen then.
I have a room upstairs that I keep them in. They've chewed the windowsills off. They climb onto each other to get to the windowsills. They've chewed the mini blinds. Whatever they do together. I have, it used to be a guest room that I decided was the safest place to keep them.
Right.
So this is where I keep them.
Okay. Okay.
It's just a room. There's
Right.
nothing here. Nothing that they could really do any more damage to, or at least you think that.
We used to have carpet. You wanna explain that?
It was carpeted, and they dug
And
their
they
way
chewed it
out.
up.
So we ripped that up.
Chewed all here. Obviously, they've been jumping out, looking out of the window.
You can see that they actually chew the bottom of the
They
door.
do. They want to get
to
out.
get out. And you'll see in my bedroom where they tried to chew to get into my room.
I feel like there's a lot of stress with these dogs. The dogs are bored, they're pretty unstimulated, and they're taking out all their frustration on the furniture and each other.
We did push the carpet down, but they ripped it back if you come. I don't know if I could actually do it.
They just started
They
it
just
here.
had the whole, it was back to here.
Oh my gosh, so they had a whole thing up here. Oh.
I wanted to take them for a
She
walk,
can't leave
but
them
it
for
was
more than a couple
raining.
minutes to cry or whatever, that's the problem.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't, Rob. They were just
I know they're stressed. I
overly
know they're-
stressed, and they needed to come out. Because of the dogs, we fight all the time. It seems like now it's all my fault. They were here for 3 minutes, and they tore that up. It was 3 minutes.
Well, it's 3 minutes, and then he's in a whole new rug now.
They're redirecting all of their frustration onto each other, and they're fighting. They're exactly like the dogs.
We had a brand new pool cover, $2,500. They tore about an 8 to 10 inch hole in this year, and that's gonna have to be patched or completely replaced. Plus what, 2 pool pumps?
Yes,
How much
I
are pool
forgot
pumps,
about the
$300, $400
pool
each?
pumps. They're a couple $100.
Oh, only a couple hundred each, no big deal. The problem I have with my wife is this. She takes no from me, but these dogs steamroller. Whatever they do, it's not their fault. They don't know any better. It's freaking ridiculous.
Today, training is going to be stressful for the dogs, okay? There's nothing I can do about that. That's how you raised them, and I've got to undo a year of that. We're going to take Sammy out on a walk. I'm going to take it with you, Sherry, and Rob and China, you're going to stay with Snooky in here, okay? Let's bring Sammy in here.
Sam, come on.
When we go out, I want you to shut the front door, Rob.
Okay.
Because I don't want her to see Sammy go out.
Okay.
Okay? These dogs have never been separated from each other. And this could go 2 ways. Either the dogs go nuts when they're left by themselves, or the dogs will appreciate a little bit of time and a little bit of space to themselves. I hope it's the latter.
Come on, it's okay, mommy's gone. Come on, it's okay, she's gone. Come on, Snook. Snooky freaked out a little bit, and then she calmed right down. She was okay. She'll be all right. Come on. Come on.
Tell me, how did Snooky do?
Oh, she did awesome. Like the first couple minutes, she freaked out a little bit. She was panting, and then she calmed down, right down. She laid down, she relaxed. She took a nap for a couple minutes. She was good. I was surprised.
For so long, Sherry has been dragged around the neighborhood by her dogs because she's so terrified of separating them. This was successful. Now she sees that actually, by separating Snooky and Sammy, both dogs will learn to walk well on the leash much faster, plus they'll be able to cope when the other one's not there. For the past year, Sherry and Rob really haven't been able to go out as a family because they're frightened what the dogs are going to do in the household when they're not there. Plus, all the destruction is one of the reasons why Rob wants to give his dogs up. So I think I have the solution. I've got you a fabulous CD.
Okay.
The good thing about this is that it's psychoacoustic music, and we'll see how it goes. Increased exercise and music that is especially designed to help dogs calm down will hopefully allow Snooky and Sammy to relax when their family leave. It's really important that we see what the dogs are like when you go out. Now, the dogs get pretty stressed out, and I wanted to see what they would do if the family just left, and if they left the dogs in the body of the house. There is always a chance that they chew, but if you give them a lot of outlets, you give them a lot of exercise, you put the music on, hopefully they'll get to the point where they can just settle. I want to see what it's like if Rob and China go first, you and I'll follow. You guys get in the car and go. I'm gonna go hide so they can't hear me, see me, sense me, and I wanna see what they do. This technique is a little risky because I have no idea. Are the dogs gonna be destructive when they're left alone in the home together? Rob and China, you can leave now.
Okay.
And then you go with me. Girls, stay. Go out for a drive and I'll see you later.
Be good. I'll be right back.
Leaving the dogs in the house was a big stretch for me because I was afraid, maybe they'll tear up the couch. I'm not okay with the fact that everything's already tore up. How much worse can it get? It can get worse.
They're not anxious, they're not stressed, they're not pacing, they're not chewing, they're not doing anything, they're just hanging out.
Whenever I leave the dogs alone, I always wonder what is going to be shredded by the time I get back. So it's hard. I'm sure that they freaked out a little bit because they always do.
I want you to walk back in the house. Don't give them a lot of fuss, the dogs. They're gonna be very excited, but just keep walking. Sit in the sitting room, in the kitchen, whatever, or let the dogs out, okay? But they did really well. Okay, go. Excited to see them, but walk in, no big deal. Totally unemotional. Good.
I definitely thought that the dog beds at least would be shredded. And when we got back, there wasn't any destruction at all. It was amazing.
I really hope that they keep reinforcing this behavior when I leave, because if they do, they're gonna just see continued success. If they don't, it's gonna go right back to what it was like before. What do you see in your dog's behavior that's changed over the last couple of days?
Look at them. They're calm. We're sitting here having a normal conversation and there's not mass chaos. We learned a lot. I have to say, every single thing that you taught us worked. It's amazing what she was able to do in just that short amount of time.
You've done a lot of groundwork. You've done a lot of foundation work. Just build on it. That's all, build on it.
We will.
If the family continue giving them mental stimulation, dogs aren't gonna chew. What I'm worried about is if they slip, because once the family take a step back, those dogs are gonna go right back to what they did.
Good girls. Get them, Sam. The biggest success since Victoria left is probably that just the stress level is a lot less in the house, a lot lower. Now you guys can get trained to fix the couch, and I'll be set.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.